Alright, so 4 steps to sleeve stretching biceps. Today is video 1, how you can get that bicep peak. Look, the bicep peak is the number 1 attention grabbing muscle. It looks awesome when you casually fold your arms behind your head. They pop out of tight t-shirts and people can't help but notice them. They also give you that awesome feeling every time you flex in front of the mirror. But right now, if you're working really hard and still feel your arms look skinny, it's because you are copying American YouTube channels. You're piling on tons of weight. You're doing cheat curls. They're telling you more weight equals more muscle and they have the bigger biceps, so they must be right? Wrong. Look, they are more genetically inclined to build muscle than you and me. They have way more protein from beef, pork and turkey, which you and I are never going to dream of touching. They also take all the supplements in the world. Some of them even take steroids. So for you to copy their workouts and expect their results is wrong. This is a fact. But what's also a fact is that you can crush your genetics. It's not about using heavy weight, not about protein, not about supplements, not even about the right exercises. It's actually about how you do just one rep of one exercise. Believe me. And today we're going to talk about how you can get that round, thick ball before you even touch a weight or do a curl, so that you are putting in minimum effort and getting maximum results. We're also going to talk about the number 1 secret to immediately filling out your sleeves using almost zero weight, so you can instantly stop being called skinny and immediately start being taken more seriously. Also, the 1 secret exercise to doubling your bicep peak instantly, so you can show it off today in the gym, at a party or in the beach. Now, before you even touch a weight, I want you to look at something interesting here. Here I am in my room with my biceps looking flat and normal. In 1 second, you're going to see it look thick, round, meaty and muscular without me even moving my hand. How's it going to happen? Here we go. Look, all I'm doing here is rotating my wrist and look at the peak I'm getting. So now what does this mean for you? It means that it's not just about lifting the weight up. It's about rotating your wrist plus curling to get a massive bicep peak. Look at this in action. That rotation motion is what gives you that massive peak. This is the difference between flat biceps and round, thick, muscular biceps. And it's also the one technique that actually got my bicep to grow finally. Now, one powerful trick to turbocharge this first technique is to simply hold your hands at the top of the dumbbell. Just try this at home. When you do the rotating motion which I taught you in step 1 with the hands at the top of the dumbbell, it becomes much more difficult, gives you much more resistance, so you can go ahead and immediately build more of that peak with just this one simple trick. Now, hands on top of the dumbbell plus rotating your wrist, remember, so you can get a bigger peak. Try this out at home right now. You can use this with any exercise with the hands on top. Look at this with the incline curls, with the spider curls. Look at that peak, right? With the standing curls. Now, we are going to talk about how you can get the ultimate peak. You've learned how to do it with one exercise. We are going to talk about which is the best exercise for that peak. A lot of people don't realize the biceps can stretch all the way behind you like that, where it's completely lengthened, to all the way behind your head. This is where you really get the peak, when your hands are behind your head. Which is the best exercise for the ultimate peak? This one is hands behind you, cable curls, rotating your wrist. Look at that, I'm rotating my wrist, so I'm doing all which I told you in step 1 and 2, but I'm also getting it behind my head to get me the ultimate peak. This set we started with the rotation, but if you get tired of doing this when you're doing it at home, you can simply switch to grabbing onto the handles and continuing the set. We don't want to stop the set. We want to intensify the set, really get you in that peak position as long as possible. So we're continuing with the handles, right? When we get tired of this, we still don't want to stop the set. Simply grab onto the resistance band and pull it behind us with our hands neutral, without curling, without grabbing onto the handles, right? Now this one set is going to give you a huge peak immediately, and you're right, this is really powerful stuff. And if you want a free video series telling you exactly how I made this transformation from skinny to ripped, and if you're Indian, I would love to help you. So click here to get your free video series starting now.